What is up, YouTube? It's your man, That Dude, bringing you guys another video. So every once in a while you find an OP that just can go down in history as one of the greatest OPs of all time, and in my opinion the OP for Fire Force fits that bill. Now to me the gold standard for an OP is your OP for Bleach, the first OP for Bleach specifically, the OP for Yu Hakusho, the OP for Evangelion Neon Genesis. Like those three and some others are the gold standard for me, like just the top of the mountain as to what an OP can be. And no OP will ever reach those heights for me just because there's so much nostalgia baked in with those OPs. Like they take me back to just a different time when I was like a lot younger. Anime meant something different to me, where I was a lot newer to the genre, and there's just so much nostalgia there. But just from a purely qualitative standpoint, I don't see any reason why the OP for Fire Force isn't every bit as good as those OPs are. There's just the visuals for Fire Force, the OP are just amazing. The song is great. It fits the way the visuals and the song match up. Are just it doesn't get any better. Now, just an information, like the song for the OP for Fire Force, the song I believe is called Inferno by the band is Mrs. Green Apple. That I believe that's the correct information. But there's just the way, like I talked about this in the video I did for the OP for Vinland Saga, the way that you can match up the visuals and the sonic experience for an OP. If you can get those two in sync like really well, it makes for such a great experience. It gets you really hyped to watch the show. And at the end of the day, that is the purpose of an OP. It's just to make you watch the show. If you were channel surfing and you came across the OP for Fire Force, you're gonna stop. You're gonna stop and watch and see what happens, and you're probably gonna stick around to watch the show. And so it serves its purpose. There's just you get a great song, and I keep saying the visuals are really good. I think I'm underselling. Fire Force in general has some amazing animation, and they really throw a lot of money to the OP. And just that minute and 30 seconds, the animation quality is superb. The way they give you like some action scenes and a little bit of comedy thrown in, and they're just throwing a lot of characters at you, and so they want to get you to visually familiar with some of the characters and what the characters' abilities are. And so just from the OP that Shinra's abilities are fire from his feet. You know that what's his name? Arthur. You know that just from the OP, Arthur's abilities stem from his sword. And so it does a really good job of just letting you know from the get-go, like, okay, these are your really important characters, and these are the abilities of your really important characters. It lets you know that it's going to be like a really upbeat kind of series. Like the action is really up-tempo because the song and the OP and the visuals are really up-tempo. They're coming at you really fast. And the visuals, like the characters are flying through the air, there's a lot of explosions. It's really grandiose in scale, the way that the combat is. So it just lets you know, it gives you a good idea of what you're in for during the show. And so that if that's not the purpose of an OP, I don't know what is. If your OP accomplishes those things, it lets you know what you're getting into for the show. So there are a lot of OPs that give you an idea of what the show is going to be, and then the show is just something completely different than that. And those OPs might be great from the standpoint of the song is good and the visuals are good, but if it's not an accurate representation of what the show is, in my opinion, it's not a great OP. So I think a great OP does everything. It's an accurate representation of what the show is, but it's also has a great song and great visuals, and it makes you want to watch the show. Some OPs just make you want to watch the show, then you watch the show and you realize, well, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. Fire Force is not the case. Fire Force makes you want to watch the show. It gives you an accurate representation of what the show is, and it's one of those OPs that you'll play over and over again. Like I found myself, the first time I saw the OP for Fire Force, I probably watched it 10 times that day because the OP is just that great. And if you're new into anime, Fire Force might be the OP for you that you look back on 10 or 15 years from now, and it just has so much nostalgia for you. Because it can't be that for me, because it's just at this point in my anime journey, there's just no show coming out right now that is going to have that much nostalgia for me, like a Bleach or an Evangelion or Yu Hakusho, shows that I came into when I was younger, when I was a lot newer into anime. But if you're just now getting into anime and Fire Force is a show you love, this might be an OP that you look back on for the rest of your life as one that just has so much nostalgia. It makes you feel a certain way and just gets you happy. And so it is a great OP. I didn't hear many people talking about it. I mean, people talked about Fire Force in general, but a lot of times, you can see a lot of breakdowns of OPs on YouTube and stuff like that. And I didn't see that from Fire Force. Maybe I just missed out and I just wasn't looking in the right areas. But if you just in general like a great OP, you'll love the Fire Force OP, and then that might make you want to watch the show because it's a decent show. The Fire Force is not a great show, but it's a decent show. I give it a step above decent. It's a good show. It's a good show, not great. But thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.